Slice of life manga, a genre with an interesting reputation to say the least. This type of manga has a love-hate relationship. You either think it's a beautifully written character study, or it's just more boring than watching paint dry on the wall. But in all seriousness, slice of life manga has a certain charm to it. Today we'll be taking a look at what makes a great slice of life manga and why it's the most difficult manga to write for, in my opinion. Stay tuned. Hello all of my otaku friends, my name is Profitaku and welcome back to my channel for another video. Today's video is a discussion, more of an opinionated essay, which in hindsight this video could be an absolute flop, but you know what, it's my channel and I'm gonna do it anyway. Looking at slice of life manga, there's many different subcategories you have to consider. We have school life, we have sci-fi, we have comedy, coming of age, fantasy, music, and even thriller manga. But I feel like slice of life as a genre just gets approached with blinders on from readers. Take for example, Komi Can't Communicate, which is a manga that many people first associate with the slice of life genre. And what we get with that manga is a very drawn out, boring, episodic, school life, slice of life manga that's very monotonous with a boring cast of characters. There's not a lot of variety and there's just a trickle of romance to keep you invested in the story and keep picking up the volumes even though it just continues to go on and on and on. And here come the Komi lovers hitting the dislike button. But the slice of life genre just has so much more substance to it than just that. So today we are going to break down my 3 things that I look for in a fantastic slice of life manga. So number 1 is using the world to its advantage. There has to be some sort of shtick when it comes to slice of life manga. Something that just makes it stand out when looking at the whole entire library of manga. But it's not just enough to do that, but the next step forward is to make sure that they use this really creative world to its advantage. What I mean by this is to create episodes that interact with the world around it and to have chapters continue to expand the lore and create interesting layers to the story. For example, Aria the Masterpiece is a perfect example of a slice of life manga that uses this sci-fi Venetian world to its advantage. It's a really interesting premise with our main character going to this water planet Aqua to become an Undine or a tour guide in this Venetian city. This premise and the different episodes surrounding this world not only serve to enhance the characters in this story, but it creates an immersive experience for the reader, which in turn makes Aria the Masterpiece a true masterpiece. On a completely other side of the spectrum, we have Girls Last Tour, a post-apocalyptic sci-fi manga following 2 girls as they try to survive in this harsh climate. I love this slice of life manga because it's just so different. It creates this world that provides this impending doom to the reader as you know that something is just bound to go wrong in this story. But it's really interesting with all these unique scenarios. There's some very positive chapters, there's some really depressing chapters, and that's what makes Girls Last Tour a total underrated dark horse in the slice of life manga catalog. The second point to a great slice of life manga is that it has to have interesting characters. Slice of life manga in general is just basically a big character study. With each passing chapter, there should be continual development either with our large cast of characters or with certain individual characters, but there needs to be investment for the reader. It doesn't matter to me whether the cast is large or small, but none of the characters should feel like dead weight in a slice of life manga. Skip and Loafer here is a great example of having a relatively small cast of characters, but each with unique personality traits. In this absolutely adorable slice of life story following this girl here who's a country bumpkin and she goes into the big city to start high school, each member of this group of friends just brings something to the table, and their different intricacies with their relationship building makes this story really phenomenal. It's really important for characters to have chemistry with each other. They just gel really well together. They don't have to like each other all the time, but they serve a purpose towards enhancing the story, and Skip and Loafer does a great job with that. On the flip side of it, we have a huge cast of characters in my second favorite manga of all time, my number 1 slice of life manga of all time, Gakuen Babysitters, from the babies to the high school students to the adults. I see this as one of the big problems in slice of life manga, having too big of a cast of characters and a lot of the characters feel like dead weight, but the mangaka in Gakuen Babysitters does a great job in balancing all the different characters, their exposure in the manga, and how they enhance the story with their own unique traits. Even with all these different episodes, it still centralizes upon the main theme of this manga, which is the babysitting club and taking care of the babies, and that's what makes this one of my favorite manga of all time. And for my third and final point to making a great slice of life manga, an overarching story is not required, but it definitely helps. For many people, the biggest complaint about slice of life manga is that there's no continual progression and thus the pacing is too slow, and I very much understand that concern. Like I said before, the basis of the story is really essential to reading slice of life manga, and so it's important, I feel like, as a reader to make sure you know what you're getting into so that you can have the correct mindset when you're reading this manga. What I see a lot of people do is that they judge a manga just from the first volume. They just have different expectations of a slice of life manga, and then they get into it and they go, oh, this isn't for me, when they're just missing the whole point of the story. For example, let's take a look at a classic slice of life manga, Yotsuba, which follows a girl who moves to a new town with her dad, and it's just looking through life through her eyes. Now, each chapter follows a different thing in her life, a different event or activity with the different characters in this town, and that's it. And that's all you should expect with this manga. There's no end goal with Yotsuba. It's just a comedic look at the innocence of a child, and you should just go back, sit back and read it and go, ah, this is just really cute. On the flip side of it, we have a sci-fi slice of life series, Twin Speaka, which follows this girl right here, as her goal is to go into space. That's the goal established in the beginning of this manga, and it never wavers throughout the 12 volumes. So though the slice of life episodes vary in nature, from her progressing through the space program to flashback episodes to just general slice of life things with her friends, the ultimate goal is her going into space, and it never wavers. What I like about this slice of life manga having a prominent story is that each chapter is valuable in its own way. We either get character development, we get story progression, or we get lore and expansion of the world that all plays a huge part in what is Twin Speaka. To conclude, slice of life manga is not for everyone. It takes a certain type of person to like manga like this. For the most part, there's no battles, no fast-paced action sequences, or quick dialogue, but if you take a step back and look at the slice of life genre from an objective standpoint, you see that it's one of the most difficult, but one of the most creative genres to write for. Mangakas have to really work to create an enticing story from many different angles and to keep episodes fresh and interesting. I commend these mangakas for going down this endeavor because it's just so tricky, but I appreciate their storytelling and their willingness to allow readers to go deep into characters and seeing interactions and getting to learn a little bit of life lessons along the way. So I hope you give slice of life manga a chance. Any of these 6 recommendations are high on my list, and leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorite slice of life manga is. As always, if you enjoy the content of my videos, make sure you hit that like button, tap the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you know when more of my videos come out, and I will see you in the next one. Take care now. Bye-bye.